hidden billionaire orders a burger, the black waiter delivers a surprising note. In a small, unassuming diner, a wealthy man walks in, disguised in plain clothes, and orders a simple burger. The black waiter, a man who's had his share of struggles and discrimination, serves him without hesitation. But what happens next will shock you. As the bill is handed over, the waiter receives something unexpected, a note that changes everything. But what could this seemingly innocent encounter reveal? Could it be the key to a decisive moment of redemption or the unmasking of a shocking truth? Join us as we delve into a story that reveals the hidden realities of racism. It's a quiet afternoon at a local burger joint known for its delicious food and warm atmosphere. The kind of place where regulars gather for their usual orders, and strangers are always welcomed with a smile. The black waiter, Michael, moves swiftly between tables, taking orders, serving drinks, and making small talk with customers. His day has been uneventful, the usual ebb and flow of restaurant life. But as the door chimes open, in walks a man, looking nothing out of the ordinary. He's dressed in a plain jacket, his face partially hidden by a cap. The man takes a seat near the window, scanning the menu before making a simple order: a burger, fries, and a soda. Michael approaches the table, delivering his usual polite greeting. There's nothing remarkable about the interaction, just another customer on another slow day. As Michael takes the man's order and heads to the kitchen, the man's presence doesn't seem to stir anything out of the ordinary. But the reality of who he is? That's the twist you won't see coming. The afternoon continues, and as Michael works, he notices the man hasn't once looked up from his phone. He doesn't engage with anyone around him, giving off the vibe of someone trying to avoid attention. A few other customers chat among themselves, but the man remains quiet and isolated. As Michael walks past him on his rounds, he catches a glimpse of the man's expensive watch and sharp suit jacket, a stark contrast to his otherwise unassuming appearance. Michael has seen this type of deception before, people trying to mask their true identity to avoid judgment. When the food is ready, Michael brings the man's burger and fries to his table, placing them carefully in front of him. The man mutters a quick "thanks" without looking up. Michael watches for a moment, wondering why this customer feels the need to keep a low profile. As Michael walks away, he feels the familiar sting of curiosity. Something isn't right here, but he dismisses it and moves on. Later, as the man finishes his meal and prepares to leave, he catches Michael's attention. With a brief but intense look, the man slides a small folded note across the table toward him. Michael hesitates for a moment, unsure if he should open it in front of the man, but the look in his eyes signals that this is something important. Michael takes the note and watches as the man exits the diner without another word, leaving behind only the lingering question: what could be in this note? Michael unfolds the note slowly, feeling a mix of nervous anticipation and confusion. The paper is simple, but the words inside carry weight. The message is short, but powerful. It reads, "I've been watching you for weeks. I know your story. This is your chance." Michael's heart races as he tries to make sense of the cryptic words. The man who had been hiding behind a facade wasn't just a regular customer. He was someone with knowledge of Michael's past, his struggles, and possibly his future. His mind races through the possibilities. Had the man been observing him for a reason? Was he a recruiter? Someone seeking to help him rise from the hardships he'd faced as a black man in a world that had often dismissed him based on the color of his skin? The weight of the message hits him harder than he expected. He quickly checks the note for a signature or any indication of who could have sent this. But there's nothing. No name. No clue as to the identity of the person behind the message. Just as he's about to tuck the note away, a woman from a nearby table approaches. She overheard the conversation earlier, noticed the note, and offered a suggestion. "I think you should meet him. It's not every day someone offers you a chance like this." But Michael hesitates. The unease of trusting a stranger, particularly one with so much power behind their words, is overwhelming. Could this be a trap, or was it the opportunity he had always dreamed of? His mind whirls with questions. The following days are filled with turmoil for Michael. The note weighs heavily on his thoughts. It feels like a turning point, but he knows he can't rush into anything. The idea of his life changing forever, finally having a chance to rise above the prejudice and judgment he has faced, feels both liberating and terrifying. After careful thought, Michael decides to track down the man. It's not easy, but his persistence pays off. He finds himself face to face with the disguised billionaire, who reveals that he had noticed Michael's quiet strength in the face of adversity, his unspoken resilience in the face of the subtle racism that often took place within the very walls of the diner. This wasn't just a random encounter, it was a test. The billionaire had been watching, gauging whether Michael could rise to the challenge of something greater. The conversation turns into one of possibility. The billionaire offers Michael a life-changing opportunity, not just to escape his current life, but to raise awareness about the issues of racial injustice and to give a platform to voices like his that are often silenced. It's a decisive moment, one that proves that sometimes, in the most unexpected places, the opportunity to break free from the cycle of inequality can be handed to you. As Michael walks away from the meeting, he reflects on the note that started it all. Was it luck? A twist of fate? Or was it a reminder that even in the face of racism and hardship, there's always a chance for change, if you're brave enough to take it?